So much happening in politics. We'll be going to talk about PDP crisis, the unending crisis there. Efforts by former President Goodluck Jonathan to find an end to the crisis rocking Nigeria's leading opposition party, the PDP, met a brick wall last week. Stakeholders meeting called by the former president ended inconclusively when the legally recognized chairman of the party, Ali Modu Sharif, stormed out of the venue.
Well, Ali Modu Sharif had demanded that he preside over the meeting, but this was turned down. So with this attempt now to resolve the crisis, that's still at a stalemate. Joining us now on phone is the PDP chieftain, Ola Akpino. Thank you very much for joining us at this time. Where do you stand? You're a member of the PDP. Where do you stand in this lingering crisis with Ali Modu Sharif insisting he be recognized as the national chairman in view of ongoing peace efforts?
Hello? Hello?
Yes.
Oh, you said where did I stand? Well,
yes, indeed.
I stand with McCarthy, you know, because I've always been a member of the McCarthy faction of the party. And my belief is that the reconciliation initiated by the then president was, to me, is a belated step by the former president, because immediately he lost the election, he abandoned the party. If he had done what he did recently, probably we wouldn't be where we are today. So I do not really appreciate what Jonathan did because it is belated. I mean, you know, but that's notwithstanding, I still believe that the solution to that crisis would be the final judgment by the Supreme Court, after which we will now take a decision what to do.
Will that really be the solution? I mean, former President Goodluck Jonathan has been talking about a political solution, and you have the PDP Senate caucus who's also calling for a political solution. The question has been, how do you expect things to actually move forward if it will take the court, whether the Supreme Court or any court for that matter, to settle this case? You have members of a party who don't want a particular person leading them. What are the implications of this?
Well, it doesn't matter whether the former president or Senate caucus, they are still minority when you considered. Hello?
Carry on, please.
Go ahead, please.
You see, you are talking of former president, that is one person. The whole of the Senate caucus, you can name them one by one. And you want to put that against the millions membership of the party. So it depends on whom are they representing. Are they representing us or representing themselves? Do they have special interest as opposed to interest of the majority of the party? Majority of us believe that this issue must be tried out once and for all.
So we're getting a deeper degree now of a stalemate with Fayose.
I can't hear you.
We're getting a greater degree of stalemate now. Fayose is saying, okay, since Ali Modu Sharif walked out on the former president, they don't want to have anything to do with him. But on the other hand, Ali Modu Sharif is saying he doesn't even want to come for any reconciliation meeting, but would rather, you know, champion a program for a national convention. Where does that leave the PDP now?
Ali Modu Sharif is not PDP. Let me just stand that I've appeared on your station on several locations. I've said this and I'm still saying it, that Ali Modu Sharif is an agent sent to destabilize the party. It's quite unfortunate. Some of our governors were not wise enough to see the hands of Ali Modu Sharif where they went to invite him. But thank God, they have said they regretted bringing him in. But then Ali Modu Sharif, whatever he tells you about PDP, is not working for the interest of the party. He's working for the opposition. Simple. So whether he wants reconciliation, I wouldn't have wanted reconciliation because he's working for a fee. is working.
Okay, Olakwen, of course, we do understand that all kinds of adjectives have been used to describe the person of Ali Modu Sheriff. Now,
Yes.
both men have been advised to step down at the convention. Yes or no? Will they be doing this? Will McAfee step down? Will Ali Modu Sheriff
If
step
the two of
down?
them
Otherwise,
step down-
what next?
You said what?
If they don't step down, what next for the party?
If they don't step down, then when the Supreme Court gives its judgment, then the party will take a decision.
All right, thank you so much, Olakwen, our PDP
Thank you.
chieftain, looking at the PDP's unending crisis. As usual, we will bring you the newspaper review before we end the show. Of course, our viewers are used to going out there on the streets and listening to Nigerians, what they have to say, but we'll do this right from the studio here this morning. Now, the Punch says Obasanjo replies to Bamiyi's allegations. Of course, Bamiyi wrote a book that was launched recently last week, accusing Obasanjo of all manner of things that time will not permit us to reel out to you now. Militants kill army captain, 4 policemen in Lagos. Jonathan, senators might have received $400 million from the Malibu bribe, and that's according to a report. Buhari extols Dangote's entrepreneurial virtue at 60. Of course, the richest man in Africa has just turned 60. A bride disappears on wedding day in Ondo. FG adopts PACAC's plan on courts for kidnapping others. Of course, that's the Presidential Committee on Anti-Corruption there. All right, that's coming from The Punch.
And talking about the richest man in Africa, because they call it a birthday message, so to speak, he is saying now that he will stand out among the bidders for national local refining licenses. Now, he's saying he will deliver on his refinery promises to the country in 2019. It's coming at a time where the Guardian is leading with expiring licenses, threatened bid for nation's local refining. That's 32 companies who were granted licenses to establish refineries. So we're getting a disappointment now from their end as the June the 2018 deadline approaches, and not many of them are coming back now with great feedback. But Dangote appears to stand out. So we'll see how that pans out. Down there, local carriers are lamenting now as they say foreign airlines dominate the Lagos here. Experts are now asking for protection for Nigerian operators, with fear gripping many of the local airline operators that there's now lack of competitive advantage. Nigerian passengers may witness great times enjoying more attractive offers from foreign airlines.
All right, how that will play out, we'll find out. FA wins Big Brother Niger. Of course, you heard that already. And Army police declare war on Lagos militants. That's coming from the Daily Sun. Furious over murder of a soldier and 4 policemen. Pastor Adeboye prophesies doom for Naira manipulators. Okay, I guess that's where we'll have to leave it on the TVC Breakfast this Monday morning edition. Thanks so much for joining us. Of course, we look forward to having you join us again, same time, 7 a.m. tomorrow, Tuesday. I am Ngozi. I will have a beautiful Monday.
And thank you for watching. I am Kemi Fola Adeyemo. Bye for now.